And now we have our third and final round here. 5 minutes of action.
What does either fighter have to do, Dan, to show the judges, if it goes one more, that they actually won this fight?
I mean, being an aggressor, throwing strikes, landing strikes, getting the takedowns, forcing the action. I mean, there's so many different things that they are looking for. As you said, just because Baba might get a takedown doesn't mean that he's going to be the aggressor and landing strikes. I mean, Felix Lopez did an excellent job of striking from underneath. Both men, again, showing great combinations with their hands and legs. Pretty much just pretty even rounded thus far.
Both guys extremely tired, but they are playing that off really well. Both guys are still bringing hard punches. They're standing in front of each other. Oh, we got a little cut on the left eye. One of the right punches landed, and Baba Shingeyasu is bleeding out of his right eye, or excuse me, his left eye. But he did step a nice single leg attempt there by Lopez.
Felix was pressing the action and back up on feet, and Baba was able to turn that around. Looks like he might have definitely got some good pummeling ability. Looking for a little leg sweep, and there it goes. He's got it. He is going to end up getting that cut. You see a little bit more blood dropping out here right now.
It's a half guard and a half butterfly guard kind of right there. Very loose for Lopez. You know, one thing, if he could get his left arm underneath the right arm of Shingeyasu that you see right there and get both of his legs out, he could try to get a side control or take his back. That's a dangerous thing to do late in the fight when you're tired, but it's an opportunity for people to see where they can go from position to position if they're in the right, in the right place or the right frame of mind to try that.
Yeah, Baba had Felix up in the one corner there, and he actually pushed right off that cage one, which is something that you're able to do, and just so that he can. He'd rather have that mat opening so that he can slide out from underneath him. He can go for those sweep combinations.
Seen some elbows here by Lopez. A lot of people might know. Go ahead real quick, Dan, and let them know you can elbow to the head. You're just not allowed to do spiking elbows. Explain that to some people.
Well, basically what they're looking at, and the only thing that you really can't do is what they refer to as an elbow that goes from the ceiling down to the ground itself. Most all our other type of arcing type of elbows can be utilized. What exchange you see down here? Look like we had a boxing match from inside the guard here.
I'm interested to see how Lopez will play the guard game here. You know, will he go for sweeps, or does he want to just stay here and keep landing elbows? Those elbows are landing. Baba is bleeding pretty well, but he's getting some good ground and pound of his own. Again, this is one of those positions where I agree with this stand-up because they're both working, yes, but it's kind of an even detail. And you know, if someone's going to win this fight, we've got to see something dramatic happen. Look at that eye. That's a nice cut.
Baba's got, he's going to have some
there'll be some sutures put in that baby tonight.
Lopez is definitely pressing the action right now. You know, this match is so close, so close.
Atlantic City is his hometown, but he truly is fighting out of Japan. And Shingeyasu is showing that Japanese warrior never die spirit, the samurai, if you will. I like that. We're getting pretty close to the end of this round, I think, and it's a secondary takedown, but it's a takedown for Baba. You know, and that can be the one. That takedown by itself could be the one thing to set the judges off and say, hey, he got the extra advantage.
Baba has been very active inside that guard, throwing a lot of strikes.
Absolutely.
You know, not to take anything away from Felix Lopez because, you know, he's been doing a great job from underneath there. Actually, for a moment, I thought he was going to rock up there and once more go for another Kimura.
You know what's important about fighting out of the guard too, Dan, is it's easy to get triangled or armbarred when you're doing sloppy ground and pound. And Baba has been throwing straight punches, just like his stand-up, protecting the submission attempts, but landing the strikes and getting points. That's really a good thing to see. It's beautiful technique.
They're definitely staying active on top here. Again, like you said, by securing those takedowns, you know, he's scoring points at the takedowns, but not only is he getting the takedown, but to continue to throw the strikes. I've never seen anyone throw that many kind of like jabs and crosses from inside the guard. He's actually sitting back on his haunches and throwing some nice long, straight arms.
Not only throwing them, a lot of them, and nice, but they're landing. So, you know, how fruitive for him is that?
Now Baba's coming back with a few of his own elbows.
Nice close-up here that we're seeing, you know, the face, the turmoil, the tiredness, the lack of energy that we're seeing out of Lopez. But I'll tell you what's really good. I think if this fight continues on from this point here, I think the North is going to even this baby out. It's going to be 1-1.
I was looking at there thinking that he was doing enough in this round there to sway the judges in his favor. Uh-oh. We got...
That's it.
Okay. I thought we might get him on the feet just one more time. A big difference here between the way that this whole match has progressed there. That first round, heavily upon their feet. Second round, part of it on the feet in the beginning. Going down the ground, this last round, much more. I mean, just the opposite of what the first round. A lot on the ground. I don't know there, Benjamin. I'm going to go out on a limb here right now, but I do believe that the North might have taken that match here.
We might be 1-1. I'll tell you one thing that you don't do is agree with any picks when fights are coming up, and somebody will say, who do you think's going to win? I'm almost always wrong. However, I think I usually do pretty well when a fight is like this and it's a close fight. I think I pick up pretty well in the judge's POV point of view, and I am going to give it to Baba Shingeyasu. We'll see if I'm wrong.
Felix, what a tough pressing fighter, though, in that first round. Yeah, we get a little bit, another shot of Baba there. I think he's going to be a little suturing there.
Baba had a 1-1 record walking into this, I believe. And Felix Lopez has had quite a few fights himself. And one thing that he said was he's won a few championship belts in MMA. He wants his life to be nothing but mixed martial arts, to be a professional fighter. Someday he hopes to win another championship belt to put on his wall with his other ones, and he's proud of those achievements, but they're not what sets him as an MMA fighter. Learning and continuing to fight and get better with bigger, harder challenge fights are what he's all about, and tonight he had one of those fights, and win or lose, he deserves all of the same respect because he really did a great job.
Oh, you got two young fighters here, 22 years of age, Baba, and Felix Lopez at 26 years of age. They've got a long career for them. I think we're throwing it right back up to our ring announcer, John Sanders.
Let's take it to him for the official
Ladies
word.
and gentlemen, after 3 exciting rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard for decision. Judge Fred Fitzgerald scores the bout 30-27. Judge Ray Martin scores the bout 29-28. Judge Eric Golden scores the bout 29-28. For the winner, by unanimous decision, Baba Shingeyasu.
I think that's a good call. Unanimous decision.
Yep, it was. We were kind of calling things on out there, Benjamin. It was a phenomenal fight to have take place. Very skilled athletes, nothing to be ashamed of there for Felix Lopez. Well fought fight.
I don't disrespect any fighter for losing. Everybody loses in this sport. It's something you sign up for. It's just a matter of how long it takes you to get there. But on the other side of that token, I sometimes have more respect for fighters when they lose than sometimes when they win. And that said, I have respect for Felix Lopez, and I think, Dan, you're going to step away to go have a chat.
I don't mean to run away right now, but I think John there's about to call me in there just to say a few words here on behalf of the world